So our intention's super simple for today. The idea is combating burnout. It's so common to stretch yourself so far that you feel like you don't have any energy. So when any additional demands are made on you, the only thing you can give is this like snapping, rough, kind of angry energy. So we're combating that a little bit by kind of giving ourselves a good self-care class, letting ourselves really enjoy some of the deep stretches, really get to just be present with the body, present with the mind, just be. So that's the intention that will lead us into class today. So with that, let's start to stretch the arms all the way to the back wall. Take a good inhale. And exhale, lean the shoulders over to one side. Inhale, back to long. Exhale, second side. Take a few of those rounds. Just inhale and exhale with the breath. Let the side ribs stretch. Let the shoulders open. Okay, back to long. Hug your right knee into the chest. Hug it in. Do some ankle rolls for that right foot. Just loosening up the tightness of it. Okay, straighten right leg up to sky. You can see there. We're stretching out that right hinge. Okay, so now into a right hip stretch. Hook your right heel on the back left into the fabric by where the head is. Okay, all the way back here. Slide your shin in. Ankle rolls for that left foot. And then left leg stretches up to the sky. Just lay all the way back. Get your head in, get your legs in. Good. Hamstring, getting that nice chest to stretch. They've got one more stretch for this side, and then you guys will be back to the with them. One more breath on this one. And hook your left ankle to back foot. Yeah. Sometimes the first time it's just something totally new. Okay, so last breath here. Good inhale. Nice exhale. And start to release this leg. Good. Let's take a little back bend. So dive the arms out the back end of the fabric. Even let the fabric slide a little bit lower if you want the back bend to be further. Let the head dip out the back. If you want it to be deeper, the arms can even open. It's just as deep of a back bend as you'd like for the moment. Take 3 good breaths. Work, grab back onto the fabric. Coming up to sit, take the arms and take them to stretch toward the toes, right to the middle. Beautiful. And some good deep breaths right here. Let your head be heavy forward and just roll your head a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. Okay, sitting up, kick the feet out the front. Just sitting up. Awesome. Let's take a nice inversion. So hook your thumbs to the back of the fabric and push the fabric down. That tends to make it a little bit more comfortable than when the fabric ends up in the waist. You're pushing down, lean halfway back and then grip back on. Good. Wide legs. Then as you tilt upside down, wrap your feet around yourself. As soon as you've got your feet wrapped, you're welcome to let go of the hands. Just hang. Yeah, really good for decompression. Absolutely. So my little rule with inversions, don't feel like you have to compete with anybody. You're just listening to your body. If you need to come out to give your head some blood, go right ahead. But if there's little things that feel good, you can take them. So for instance, sometimes I'll take a twist by walking one hand to the top of the mat, the other hand to the back of the mat. Just let the spine spiral. Sometimes I'll take a little twist to each side. Other times I'll arch the back, just walking the hands backwards and then releasing the shoulders. Whatever the spine needs for the moment, you're welcome to play with it. And again, if your head feels like it's getting, dizzy, lightheaded, anything like that, just grab on by where your thighs are and work your way back up. Even to just take a little break is fine. There, you're doing it. You just move so that you just hook your thumbs and then push down. Up. Yeah, that way it gets it not too high. Yeah, you probably felt if it's a little bit more in the waist, it kind of cuts into the. Yeah, got it. There. You're coming out, hook your elbows, lean forward. That's our floating child pose. We take a restful pose after each inversion just to give our blood pressure time to flip back around. This can be really nice for the back. Good, just grab on by your inner thighs. That's it. Your elbows lean forward. Give it some slow, deep breaths just to make sure things have time to flip back around. We don't ever want to rush into anything until we've given our body that chance to recover. Easy, deep breathing. And if ever I'm moving on and you still need more time after an inversion, just take the time that you need. So don't ever feel like if you just know, oh, I'm a little lightheaded, so I just need to sit a little bit longer, whatever it is, that's really fine. If you're feeling okay to take a twist, sit up, bunch up the fabric toward our front door. Then it's going to be your right arm that stretches to the back wall, the opposite of me. Good. You have the option to take that right hand behind the back of the head. Try to lengthen your spine with the next inhale. Exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit. Release. Bunch it up to the back door. And your left arm stretches to the back wall or circles around the back of the head. Next inhale, spine grows taller. Exhale, spiral a little bit further. And release. Good work. So from here to exit, I like to bunch up the fabric on each side and then just lift the leg up, tilt forward and come out. So that little bit of momentum gives you some chance to come out. Awesome. Now hook your elbows, walk forward. Start to either arch the heart forward if that feels good, or walk the feet backwards any amount to just deepen the shoulder stretch. So either way, whether it's more about the back or more about the shoulders, just find a good stretch. Just know that the more you walk the feet back, the more intense it is. The more you walk the feet forward, the less intense it is, especially on the skin of the inner elbows. A couple more breaths. Muscles relax open. This huge inhale. Good exhale. Good. Take your weight more over your body so you can release. Just like how we started, grab the front of the fabric, wave it out a couple of times. Beautiful. So we're going to get ourselves in kind of a fun little position. So the upper body is going to be in this part that we just gathered. So you'll kind of get your elbows and your shoulders in. Once you're in with your upper body, find the fabric that's behind you, flip it over your head, and then your heels are going to go on that end. So you have to have your upper body completely in. So shoulders, ribs, trust it, and then flip it over, step your feet into the other end. If you need me to come by and help, I'm happy to help. But those that are in, you can feel how releasing your core strength lets the hips hang down further. It's a really nice stretch for hinge. I'll come help out over here. You're almost there. You're almost good. Okay, you bunched up a little bit too much. So just the front end. Yeah, that's okay. Upper body, ribs. Those are all the way in back. Okay. Super. Feel in, feel good. Good. You're there. Hips just hang down. If you ever need to reset, like if it feels like it's been in one spot too long, you can drop one foot down just to kind of help reset. But we'll add in a couple of little things. So take your right leg out. Just 3 times for strengthening. Right heel taps the ground and then lifts up. 3, high as you can. 2, 1. Now keep the right knee bent in. Twist it over to the left. So your hips and everything rotate with. Good. And as you take yourself out of the twist, right heel immediately comes into the fabric. Left heel out, tap the floor. And lift as high as you can. 3, 2, 1. Bend it in. Twist the hips. And take the heel back in. Give your spine another chance just to let the hips drop down. Good. We'll make our way down to the floor. So you can either do that just by stepping one foot out to help you and then grabbing on, or grab on really tight and just slowly put your shoulder down. More or less graceful, it's fine. So we're laying on the ground at the end. Okay, so your left, take one of your heels out and take it to the other side. So now you have one heel on each side. So one heel on the side that was closer, one heel on the side that was further. Got it. Okay, so start with the legs together. Hands on the floor by the hips. Roll the spine up into a bridge pose. Once you're up high, open the legs wide and squeeze together. That again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the spine down. Take a breath. Good inhale. Exhale. We're going to repeat that just a couple more times. So hips up. Open legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll hips down. Take a breath. Good. Just one more. This is really helpful for the synovial fluid in our joints. So roll up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Take your right knee into the chest. Just a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch it up to the sky. Yeah. Each time we do this, we're getting just a little bit deeper through the muscle layers. Let the right leg open out wide to the right. Try not to lift the left hip. Good. And then leg lifts back up. Cross it over the body, heading to the left, but it's only to the point where the hip is starting to lift off the ground. That gets us into the IT band. Good. Hip returns down. Let this right heel come into either end. It doesn't matter too much. And release left. The left knee comes into chest for just a breath. Straight leg up to sky. Relaxing through the hamstring muscles. Open the leg out wide to left for a moment. And bring the leg back in, cross it over, getting into IT bend. Release. Take both heels out of the fabric. Roll your way up to sit. So this next one can either be done from sitting or from kneeling. I personally like kneeling, but sitting is also fine if this is not comfortable for you. Either way, grab the fabric and take it around the back of the head. So it's the base of it is like where the skull meets the neck. And then it kind of wraps around the ears. And then from here, just lean back into it by putting your weight back into it. It should be helping to stretch some nice length and release through the neck and shoulder area. So note that your position can change. If you scoot further back, it's less intense. If you scoot further forward, it's more intense. So find a spot that feels good and just enjoy a few more breaths. More so than some of the other poses, this one's really one that helps us to just release the stress, helps us to kind of refresh from burnout through the medium of self-care. Go for 3 more good, just deep, relaxing breaths. After that third breath, grab on to support the neck, easily rise out. Come to kneeling right under the plumb line. Gripping just a little bit wider than shoulders. So we're taking a little flow here. It starts off just leaning forward, the shoulders. From here, we start to send the hips back to the feet. Continue to roll yourself backwards. Once you're all the way back, lift your hips. Arm strength helps us to slowly rise up through a camel pose. Scoop the arms forward, puppy pose. Get the belly down. Good. Hips initiate, rounding the spine all the way back. Unfurl. Okay. Until the hips are lifting. Normal. Good. Shoot the arms forward, puppy. One more time. Hips back. Round. Unfurl back. Up. Camel. And puppy. Just enjoy that closed pause. Roll gently up to a kneeling spot. Reset the grip high. Step both feet forward. Then take another back. When you're ready to rise, use the arm strength to pull up. Good. You're going to go for our second inversion. This one's a hip hang. So just note this one does help to massage the psoas area. An area that's not normally massaged, so it's intense for first timers. So just know you don't have to stay super long. Let the arms dive through, grab the fabric, pull it across the hip bones like a belt. You don't want it into the guts at all. So belt. And then I like to even like tiptoe all the way forward as you're taking all the slack out of the fabric. From here, bend down, drop the hands down. Good. Now walk a few steps backwards, like 3 good big steps until you're in a downward facing dog. So you can stay in the down dog if it's really intense on the hips already. Some people will lift the toes, even hug around the shins. That's called a hip hang. Good. That's the option we'll play with. Again, just listen to the hips. If nothing else, just trust that that's a deep massage that's good and healthy for the body. Kind of like when you use a roller to roll out deep fascia. So if nothing else, just breathe through that a couple of breaths. And just know, if you keep on coming back, it gets better over time. So just like with the other inversion, I'll let you choose how long to stay. Yeah, good job. Welcome to lift the knees a little. Good. If you're coming out, if you don't want to come back, it's fine to come in and out a couple of times, but when you think you're done, just take the fabric behind your back. That gives your head some time just to for that same recovery flip. Just walk the feet forward until you can stand. If you're coming out, I'm not sure. There we go.
If it was like intense right here, that would look.
That's good. Yeah. That's the psoas. That's a notorious spot for getting a lot of tension. So every step you take forward, it uses those muscles to lift. So it just takes some time to ease that back out. And good job for just coming out when your body needed it. That's exactly what we need to do with Ariel. Just listen to your body the whole time. Yeah. Becomes addictive eventually where you're like, I really need that part. But at the beginning it's intense. So just breathe. If you're ready, if not, that's okay. For those that are out, one of my favorite things to do is just plant the feet wide, keep the hands behind the head. And as I bend the right knee, I would sway my whole upper body to the right. When I'm ready to straighten that side, sway over to the left. But sometimes, just like before, we're never rushing our way out of the inversions. When you feel like you're at that point where your head's fine, you could be standing up on your own and there would be no dizziness issues or anything like that. Then you're welcome to back your way up to stand on your own, flip the fabric forward. And let's grab back on a little bit wider than shoulder width. And just an easy forward. Pull the shoulders, pull the back, hamstrings, all those good muscles stretching out. Yeah, softly bend the knees. That's an absolutely beautiful choice. Just easing the rest of the back into it. Let's softly roll our way up. We're going to take right thigh inside. So similar to the massage we got on our hips, this one can massage through the hamstrings. So if ever you need to spread out the surface area, that's the way to make it easier. So more intense of the massage if it's bunched out. So we're going to come forward into warrior one. Just sink the hips forward. If your hands can wrap around, but I recommend don't do a death grip because you could even just press them flat and you'd be perfectly safe. It's just there to kind of help your balance a little bit. You can feel how you're stretching through that left psoas that we were just getting that massage on. Yeah. I love those moments in Ariel where you're like, oh, that's it. That's just that.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Okay, so both hands to left. Standing toes, rotate to the left. Sink your weight to mirror. Open maybe the front arm forward, maybe the back arm backward. Again, if this is too intense on the hamstring here, you can spread out the surface area. Both hands onto the fabric, weight over the standing leg, slip the fabric to the ankle. So you're still facing toward the back door. put this fabric at the ankle now. Both hands on the strand that's closer to the back door. Left hand slides up, right hand slides down. Just opens the chest. So just relax into that. If you want to sink more weight forward to mirror, that takes us into side splits. So your choice, husband, if you want to. With one hand on each side, face forward. This will be for the hamstring stretch. So the easy version is just slide the hands down. Also gets closer to the thigh. Deeper option is slide the hands up, take more of a split forward. Your choice. Rising the spine up, grip high. We'll attempt a swinging switch, but if you're nervous at all, just step this leg out, step the other thigh through. So the swinging switch, keep the fabric at the ankle, keep this leg straight. And then all you have to do is just step the second leg in, step the first leg out. Yeah. The only thing that happened there, you bent your knee a little, so then it slipped through. So just next time straight and you'll be good to go. Good. Yep, step in and out. You got it. Okay, so we're back to thigh. Make sure you're not too far behind plumb line. So hop up just a little bit. Warrior one, sink your weight forward. Light grip or just flat hands. For me, the more I can help push my hips forward, the more I get out of a psoas. That's the psoas. You got it. Yep. Both hands grab right, standing toes turn to the right, and sink your weight forward. Option to let front arm go forward, maybe the back arm backward. If it feels unstable, you don't have to let go of both. Thighs just relaxing deeper. And both hands grab on, weight back over the standing leg, slide down to ankle. And on the strand that's closer to front door, right hand up, left hand down. Option to sink weight forward. And the weight comes back, one hand on each side. And your standing toes back forward. Easy option is just slide the hands down for the hamstrings. Deeper is up for splits. Keep your foot flat. You're good. Yeah, kind of turning out is perfectly fine. Yeah. Yeah. Do you mean like the back heel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually keep it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It requires a lot more of the calf strength on the back leg to keep it up. So yeah, so you can have that if you want the strength side, but Good work. Let's rise up. Take this leg out. Good work. Fabric behind us. We're going to try a little inversion. This one's super similar to the first one we did of the day. Only this time, rather than sitting inside, we've got it bunched up. So just like before, slide your thumbs in. That helps us to keep the fabric from rising up. We don't want it into the waist. We want it across the sacrum. So it's like, this one's a little lower than that belt line. 2 or 3 inches lower. Keep it across the sacrum, 1 foot step stack. Put your weight into the fabric as you start to lean back. Locked there, tiptoe forward. Your core is engaged. Once you're under plumb line, you won't swing like crazy. So then bump the hands up, knees go wide, and wrap. Go wide and go round. Toes around, all the way around. Good. As soon as you're there, just like before, you're welcome to let go of hands. So try to slide your thumbs in again. Oh, so this one could be another tender one.
Yeah.
So for this one, a little trick. Sometimes I'll have people grab a blanket and just have that extra padding.
Yeah.
If you need it. Or you can go back to the one that you did before where you sat inside if you want to try that one instead. Yeah. Yeah. So just wave it out like just like before, so you get it nice and spread out. Yeah. This one's another one. It's intense at the beginning. Yeah. It gets better over time. Yeah. Yeah. But there's little tricks like that until your body's ready for it.
Yeah, before I even went back, it was like
you can feel it. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it a wonder how much tension we hold in our society? It's crazy. Just like that. All the way out, take the same one as before, just lean back. Job using your core to come out. Sometimes people slam their way out, and so it kind of undoes all that good that you just did hitting. So good job going nice and up. Those that are still upside down, you're welcome to hang a little bit longer. Those that are up, we're going to do another one that feels amazing on the spine. So with this one, you want the fabric to be low, again, kind of like under the ribs. And then put your weight into it. Start to walk forward until your back is right under plumb line. You're sitting with the legs forward like a chair. Just like earlier, release your core. So suddenly, you get to just drop the weight of the hips down. Let's take our right ankle to left thigh. And try to let that right knee droop as far open as it can. Let the left leg straighten, and then plant this right foot off to the left. Good twist, just like before when you're back hips down. Okay, softly bend the knees, return forward. Left ankle to right thigh. Let that left knee droop open. Again, release the core if you're engaging it to stay up or to drop the spine. And straightening right leg, plant that foot off to the right. Okay, release back forward. If it feels like you're cutting off your circulation, just scoot it back down for a moment. This will be just a little bit of free form. So sometimes I like to do frog legs, kind of circling the knees forward. Sometimes I'll droop both knees to one side and then the other for a little twist. Yeah, just a little bit of free form. Whenever your body's happy, you'll just start to walk your feet back. And flip forward. We'll add on just a couple more poses to the standing stuff as we're wrapping our body up. So take the right ankle directly inside. From here, either grip up high for that split or lean forward. That option, just going a little bit deeper through hamstring this time if there's some space. Weight back, slip the leg through. Moment with our warrior one. And we'll take a twist here. So left arm comes inside the fabric. Hook the left wrist on the outside of the right thigh. And then take your left shoulder even onto the fabric. So the other hand is nice and high. You can push into it to twist. We're just spiraling our spine up. And the top hand grabs. That helps us safely unwind. Both hands switch to left. Standing closer into the block, warrior two. Option for extended side angle, right elbow to the right side. Left arm either on the fabric or extending forward. If you even want to slip down to your shoulder being closer to the thigh, that's fine. And top hand grabs up high. Weight comes back over standing leg, slip to ankle again. Same as before, left hand up, right hand down. Option to sink weight to the mirror. And weight comes over standing leg. Keep the right hand on for safety. Do another 90-degree turn to face the back wall. Bend your right knee down. Grip over each shoulder and take a little hop backwards just for better balance. Good. This is a quad stretch. All you have to do is just lean back into the fabric. And feel the front of that right thigh stretch. Yep, that's it. Just lean and relax your shoulders back. Okay, weight over standing leg. Drop hands to floor with balance. Once you're there, try to straighten both legs the best that you can. If you can even walk your hands backwards into splits, that can help you. And lastly, we'll take pigeon pose. Walk your hands all the way to that back end of the mat. The left knee swivels down. The toes swivel forward for a pigeon, and then lower down pose. Yeah. With the second side, so turn the hands, leg in the fabric can softly drop down. You need to kind of shake your hips out for a moment. That can feel nice just to help it recover. Then we'll need to make our way up to standing. So perhaps a nice down dog. Walk your hands and roll up. And work. So left ankle in. So you're not too far from line. Either lean forward or hands up split. Slip it down to thigh. Sink your weight forward for a moment. And then we start setting up for the twist. So right arm inside, even right shoulder into the fabric. Hook your right wrist. Left hand up high on the fabric. Push into it for the twist. And grip. Please. Open up warrior two. Keep the arms open. Option for extended side angle. You can have the elbow to thigh or even the shoulder closer down. Grabs, rise. Right over standing with slip to ankle. Right hand up, left hand down. Option to sink weight forward. Rise, left hand on. Rotate the knee down as we turn one more time to the back wall. Grip over each shoulder, little hop back. Okay, quad stretch, you just have to lean backwards into the fabric. Okay, weight over standing leg, drop hands to floor. And for the splits, try to straighten both legs the best you can. If you can even walk hands back and face. And last side pitch and walk the hands forward, the back of the mat. Pull that left knee open, towards the elbow. Last good inhale. Exhale. Hands free up the leg, maybe some hip wiggles. We're heading to the last part of class, our Shavasana, where we just get to rest, let our body integrate. So if anybody just wants to have the ground version, you can lay on the floor, that's fine. If you want the same version, like how we began class, you just have to come up to stand, wave out the front end of the fabric, get half of it in your hands before you lay back, just like how we started. That can be our nice floating Shavasana. Letting your body gently rock with the fabric, gently hug. A lot of the pressure points being pressed. Oh. For the next few minutes, all you have to do is just breathe. Good deep inhales and exhales slow. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. Grip a little bit more where you lay back. Yeah. So, like maybe if you were doing 5 grips before, maybe do like 7 or 8 grips or something. The chance for our body to integrate all the benefits of the practice we had. Just keep breathing for the next few minutes. here, begin to breathe in the inhale. The exhale. Introduce little movements back to the body. Lifting out in ways that feel good. Sometimes people like to take a fetal position with the fabric. So you keep the body long, but you roll onto one hip, so one hip steps on top of the other. And from there, you can grow your spine in, arch the spine. Wake up the body, wake up the spine, wake up the legs. During that fetal position, I'll usually do 3 or 4 to one side, and then I'll eventually switch sides, helping to balance out the spine. Eventually, when everything feels pretty balanced, so work your way up to a comfortable seated position, rising all the way up. Hands together in front of the heart. We just reconnect with our intention, full circle. Gratitude for this time we got to spend together, and recognizing how important self-care is in relieving burnout, giving ourselves energy so that we don't just snap at the next person that requires some energy. So with this idea to help lead us on this marvelous week, let's wrap up the time we shared together with the sound of Om. Keep it till now. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.